Hello, we are back for lesson number 6, April 10th, 2022. Title of today's lesson is Jesus Forgives Those Who Crucified Him. Lesson theme: Jesus asked his Father to forgive those who nailed him to the cross. Key verse: Then said Jesus, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Find that in the book of Luke, chapter 23, verse 34. Lesson objective: learners will tell why Jesus asked the Father to forgive those who crucified him. Bible principle: forgiveness means not holding guilty people responsible. Lesson application: I know Jesus forgave those who crucified him. He wanted them to be sorry for what they did wrong. He will forgive those who mistreat me because I love Jesus. Which now we get to our paragraph titled Jesus Forgives. And we're going to be looking in the book of Luke, chapter 23, through verses 13 through 56. After Jesus was betrayed in the Garden of Gethsemane, he was taken to Pilate for trial. Pilate sent him to Herod Antipas, I guess that's his name, ruler of Galilee. Herod returned Jesus to Pilate, who finally consented to sentence him to death by crucifixion. Pilate condemned Jesus and had him scourged. Jesus was then forced to carry his cross as far as physically possible toward Golgotha. While on the cross, Jesus asked forgiveness for those who crucified him. Probably read it in the lesson. The people were demanding that Jesus would be crucified, and Pilate saw no reason to do so, and finally he didn't want to be the 100% giving them the straight answer of disappointment to the people. He gave them a choice, and the people chose a corrupt person to be set free and have an innocent person, Jesus, to be put on the cross. So that was the decision that was made. Getting to our devotional, forgiven for a purpose. For thou, Lord, art good and ready to forgive. And that verse is Psalm 86, verse 5. Gets us to our new words. Crucify, put to death by hanging on a cross. Scourged, beaten with a whip. I can go into detail on that whip, but I won't at the moment. Story time, which is our Bible lesson. While on earth, Jesus did many miracles. He was kind and forgiving. Why would anyone want to kill such a man? The Jewish leaders decided Jesus should die. They arrested him. Soldiers made fun of him by placing a robe and crown on him. The crown was made of thorns. They slapped, beat, and spit on him. They're very mean and cruel, basically. Jesus had to carry a heavy cross as far as he could toward a hill called Golgotha. He was very tired and weak from being up all night and having been scourged and whipped. At Golgotha, they nailed his hands and his feet to the cross. And the whip is basically a long piece of, I'm going to just say string. I'm pretty sure it's not string, but basically a long piece of string, I'm going to say. And the very end was like a little ball, but then on the ball they had glass, metal, anything that was sharp, tear. So when it wrapped around you and they pulled, it would actually tear your skin. It was very bad and painful. The crowd who watched Jesus included friends. They probably wondered why he did not perform a miracle for himself as he had done for others. Could Jesus, here's a question for you guys, could Jesus have come down from the cross? The correct answer would be, yes, he could have. Instead, he hung on the cross and let them nail a sign over him that said, "This is the King of the Jews," basically making fun of him. What do you think most people would think and say as they hung on the cross for something they did not do? What did Jesus do? Jesus did basically nothing but help others. He was doing stuff that the people did not like him to do, mainly the priests. They did not like him saying they didn't need to go to a priest to do a whole bunch of stuff, basically give him money, basically. But he hung on the cross for one reason. That one reason is why we are able to go to heaven. If he took himself down from the cross and did not die, then we would be lost. Otherwise, we'd still be doing sacrifices. Jesus forgave those who crucified him. Why do you think he did that? He did it out of love. He loved everyone, no matter what. Jesus wants to forgive people for being sinners. However, only those who admit they are sinners can be saved. That seems easy, but many refuse to be saved. They will not believe Jesus is God's Son who died for their sin. Jesus not only died, he rose from the dead and went back to heaven. Suddenly, he will come again, or someday he will come again. And that's toward the end of the earth. But anyways, he will still have the scars from the nails. We will see him and recognize him as Jesus, the Son of God, who came to take away the sin of the world. Those who ask him to forgive their sins will be happy. Those who have not believed and have not accepted forgiveness will be afraid. They will not be around to go to heaven. They'll be in a different place. When you understand that sin is knowing to do right but choosing to do wrong, Jesus wants you to be sorry and ask for forgiveness. He died on the cross and prayed for our sins, for your sin. He wants you to believe he loves you and died in your place on the cross. If you want to talk more with me or other pastors after class, please do. That'd be in Sunday school. Basically, if you just go and say, God forgive me, that's not going to make you go to heaven. You actually have to believe, and you have to try your best to do what's right and not do what's wrong. And progress and help others become saved. If you go to church, become saved, and quit going to church, the question is, are you truly saved? Probably not if you just quit going to church. You need to keep going to church to keep learning to progress. That will help you in the future to help others. So you need to keep going to church and actually help in the church to help it grow and progress and help others to learn. But anyways, that concludes our lesson for today. Hopefully you guys will come back again for another video. And thanks for watching.